Have you ever had a powerful insight? Something that could help others, yet you found yourself holding back from sharing it. Maybe you're afraid of what people will say, or you think your message isn't perfect. And I get it, I've been there too. Just this past week, I had ideas and plans of what I was going to post on my social media. I was going to repost a carousel and update it. I was going to take clips from a previous podcast. And it just didn't get done. Today, we're going to talk about the real reason you're not sharing your message and how to move past that fear so that you can amplify your impact. Fear is often the biggest barrier that holds us back in sharing our message. It can be the fear of failure or rejection, but it can be so much deeper than that too. It could be the fear of critique, judgment, and potential repercussions of standing out, especially for women in marginalized communities. There have been many times when I've decided to stay quiet, maybe to protect myself, to protect my family, or to even protect my business. However, when I started my consulting business, I was so wrapped up into this pattern of not speaking up that when my clients would do something I disagreed with against my better judgment, I mean, they did hire me to be their consultant, and I didn't speak up and challenge them on that. They weren't happy with the results, and I wasn't happy with my inability to speak out. It's always the client's choice on what they want to do. However, they've hired me as a consultant or a coach to showcase them either the best practices, if I'm being their consultant, or as their coach to just make sure that they've analyzed all the possibilities. And if I'm not willing to speak up and say what I sense or what I see, what I've witnessed, then I'm doing my clients a disservice. Against my values to not speak up, to not be able to protect and serve people, especially marginalized communities. And I know I would want the same for myself. I know I want other people to also speak up for me. It may be cultural conditioning, it may be societal conditioning, but many of us are taught to not speak up, to keep the harmony, to not rock the boat. If your culture has a reverence for authority, you have probably been taught to not speak up against your elders. And all of this can contribute to the fear of speaking up. Think about a time when you decided to stay silent. Did you gain something from it? Did you lose something from it? Did you miss a chance to connect or grow or inspire change? Or was it something that just had to be done in the moment? There's no right or wrong answer to this. This is a personal decision in specific situations. If you are standing up as a leader in your community, as a leader in your business, staying silent contributes to your invisibility. As a small business owner, we do need to stand up and speak out. One of the things I love about being a small business owner is that we don't have to compete against the big businesses with big marketing budgets. We can compete by just being who we are and leading with our heart and leading with our value. I've worked with many clients who were hesitant about standing out in the crowd by just being who they are because of this internalized fear of rejection, critique, judgment, only to realize later that their silence was costing them opportunities to connect with people they love to serve. One of the sayings I use to get myself into action is to feel the fear and do it anyway. The fear doesn't disappear. You're learning a skill to act alongside it. You can reframe the fear into excitement. You're afraid because it means so much to you. If you can package that energy into fuel, it can get you going. You could even reframe that fear to, what if I don't do it? What if I don't say this? What would I be missing out? Another technique you could use is body doubling. Body doubling is when you work alongside someone who may be doing the same thing or just doing their own thing. One of the benefits that we have in our writing co-working hours is that we're all working on our writing and our marketing at the same time. It's why people who have it's why people who go to workout classes can be more successful in consistency in their exercise routine, that they committed to working out together in this group. Another part of that is accountability. For my lift coaching clients, we have a writing accountability hour. We set goals for what we want to accomplish in our writing speaking and marketing. And in the following week, we check in. What did we get done? And what are our goals for the coming week? Who can you turn to for body doubling or accountability? Another resource you can check out for body doubling is Focus Me. You can open up a free account and you get 3 body doubling sessions per week. You can schedule these times ahead or look at the calendar and see who has something scheduled already and commit to join them. You'll be working on different projects, but you'll be working at the same time virtually. If you want to check that out, you can open up an account with a free link in my description. As you start reframing the fear, you've added in body doubling and or accountability, you want to start building confidence. And you don't just suddenly become confident. You build confidence through action. If you want to be a writer, you write. If you want to be a speaker, you speak. And you could start small with journaling. I suggest starting with just 10-minute rant sessions in your journal. Maybe something you're frustrated with, something that you just got to get off your chest. But by putting those thoughts onto paper, you can start clarifying your thoughts, and it provides a safe space for you to practice your voice. If you're more of a talker than writer, turn on your camera. You don't have to even hit record. You don't have to publish it anywhere. But again, you're just getting used to your own voice and speaking out your ideas. Now, when it's time for content, whether it comes to marketing, writing your book, publishing a video, you can take what you journaled about or brain dumped into a microphone, and you can uncover those powerful insights that I think a lot of us just take for granted. But by seeing it on paper or re-listening or re-watching it, you may realize, hey, that was pretty cool. One of the ideas that I had came from journaling my anger and grief with what's going on in the world, seeing fire and destruction. And it made me think of rage and grief, how rage and anger is often weaponized against marginalized people and women. You don't want to be the angry person. I thought about grief as well. And this idea that rage is grief on fire. I started composing a speech around that. I wouldn't have come to that idea without journaling, without just dumping my ideas and emotions onto paper. I've been a member of Toastmasters called Entrepreneurship Toastmasters. It's a group whose mission is to highlight and uplift Panay voices in the diaspora. It's been a place where I can expand on these ideas. It's not stage ready yet, but I know there's something there. I've been giving small speeches, 5 to 7 minutes at a time, working on parts that I think can be a bigger piece later on. After you got into the habit of journaling on a regular basis, whether it's through writing or speaking, pick one journal entry and turn that into a polished insight that you can share. Whether it's on social media or an article or in a newsletter, here's an opportunity for you to go from insight and thoughts to impact by sharing it with the world. I believe insights are your expertise, experience, and wisdom. These insights emerge when you blend all of that together, your lived experience, your applied knowledge, and your inner wisdom. Think about a challenge you've overcome or a unique perspective you've developed. What insights can you draw from that? If you find yourself drawing a blank on that, you can create what I call a vision reset journal. Reflect on your wins, lessons, and surprises from this past year. Insights grow stronger with practice and reflection. Your voice matters. Your insights have the power to inspire change, but only if you're willing to share them. If you'd like to get into the habit of writing and journaling on a regular basis, I have a free 30-day writing challenge where you have prompts that you can write or speak about that go deeper into who you are, those insights, that experience, that expertise, that wisdom, and how that applies to your business and how you serve the world. I'll leave you with this. If you could share your hottest take, your most profound insight, without fear of any repercussions, what would it be and what's stopping you from saying it today?